Let's start. Oh, hell yeah. What's up, guys? Let me know if you can hear everything alright. I'm just getting the stream going here. Hold up, I'll show you. Tracks for feedback to join. Alright. Alright, there's the email, guys. I put it in the chat. I'm going to be listening to your tracks like pretty much as soon as I get one in the email. But yo, what's up, guys? It's hello. Man, I appreciate it, bro. I'm glad you like that track, man. Yeah, I want to put out some more of that techno like that. You know, I think it's really fun. I enjoy making that stuff, and like in that case, it was just like, you know, make a track and just upload it as quick as possible, man. Like, you know, we live in the future. You don't need labels. You really don't. Like, it's all about just the community that you have, I feel like, and just giving it to them. Like, why be so precious about, oh, it has to go on a label? Let me hear how the voice. Okay, the voice is sounding pretty good. Yeah. All right. Let me know. Definitely make sure to send you guys tracks in pretty soon, guys. I'm definitely trying to hear some of this music and just give you guys a bit of feedback. It's been a while since we streamed on here, too. But yeah, definitely gonna do some more techno like that soon. I know back in the day I was releasing a lot of techno that was just like that 128 BPM, like, I hate to use this term, but business techno. And I've been through a big musical journey since like 2019, 2020, 21 when I was doing all that stuff. Like, I feel like now I just like the super deep stuff. Like that Visions track, I made that because I listened to the Ben Clock Stone Techno set. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I'm sure, because it was like, a lot of people were posting it. But yeah, when I saw that Ben Clock set, I just got really inspired to make something like that. So anyway, guys, we got a feedback track. Let's go. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to be giving track feedback, guys. You already got the email. I just put it in the chat a little bit ago. Let's put on the headphones and get to listening here.
You will always just be a human.
These chords are pretty cool, man.
the same fucking mistake.
What did you sample for this vocal here? Also, Minnie, say what's up in the chat. If you send in a track, say what's up. Don't be afraid, man.
You must take this knowledge.
Oh, there we go. David Goggins. Okay.
Fight or flight.
I was about to say, yeah, it does kind of sound like him. Yeah, this is reminding me of going back to that Ben Clark Stone Techno set. This is definitely reminding me of that as well. My only thing here is I think your bass and kick could be a little fatter. Like you could definitely, it's a good groove though. And maybe a little more percussion, honestly, could be nice. Yo, Vinyl Merchants, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Everybody that's watching right now should just say what's up in the chat, man. Let's get it going here. Alright, this is a good piece of techno for sure. I think what I'm hearing so far, I'm gonna keep listening. What I've heard so far though is just the kick and bass is like definitely, I think your bass could just be louder. Like honestly, what's already there is probably good. If you did a subcut, honestly subcut it less. The kick, you could probably use a more like 909 kick and just some more percussion or like a bit more stuff like, I know we're kind of in the intro here, but just like a bit of, just, you know, you can have a little bit more syncopated stuff in there. Here we go. Harris Brown. Alright, man. Gonna check that out in a second.
All this shit is knowledge. You must take this knowledge.
It's coming. You gotta put some in the intro though, too, bro. Like, I know it's a balance. Yeah, bro, this is really good. That main stab, the one's like right on like the one though, that could be a little quieter too. Yeah, this is great. This percussion that's coming here, bro, you should put this in a little bit sooner, honestly. Kuzio, yo, I see a comment about where can I send you the song? The email is already in the description, or in the chat here. I'll just send that one more time, hold up. Go to the queue in Berghain. Oh, I got a funny story about that actually after this track. I like that chord too. This is cool, bro. You just gotta do a little bit more with the elements that are here. And I still think you could have a little bit more percussion, honestly. Cause like, this kind of techno can get boring. But yeah, dude, this is cool. I like that it's got a chord progression. And it's like mysterious. Yeah, don't be afraid, man. Like the bass, you know, I mean, really techno, that's really the foundation of it. Like that's so much of what you're hearing. So definitely do not be afraid to do that. Alright. Now you guys can actually see the track. Cool. But yeah, no, that's a good track, Middies. Like I said, you pretty much heard everything. I do think you can still have a bit more percussion. Like, don't be afraid, especially when the track is as sparse as this. Like, just go for it, dude. But yeah, Berghain story. Alright, so I was in Berlin a year ago. I go like once a year basically. And I was here a year ago. And I tried to get in, but I did not realize that I was basically breaking every single rule of the Berghain queue, man. Like, so basically I pulled up. I was trying to play it cool. Like, obviously you're not supposed to like talk too much, you know. It's all just, I won't call them dumb rules, but they're very strict and very particular rules, right? So I pulled up. It was just me and my friend. It wasn't like a whole boys' night out type of vibe or anything. It was just me and my one other friend. And we were both just kind of quiet, dressed in all black. First of all, though, I had on these pants, bro. I had on these, like, I'll show you, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't even need to show you. But it was like these, they had like rips all down them. Like, it was like these Rick pants that were very cool. But first of all, I think that's where I messed up, is I looked like I was a member of KISS. So that was the first screw up. Then I was trying not to talk the whole time because you're not supposed to in the queue, right? But then I didn't know this until after. You're not supposed to look at the bouncers. Like, I can't lie, the whole time I was doing my thing. Like, I was just grooving to the music, whatever. And then I was literally just like that, staring at Sven. Because it's this, you know, I'm from America, and like, I've definitely heard about Berghain, I've heard about Sven and all that stuff for years. So like, of course, like, you're curious. And so I was staring. So that was the rule number 2 that I broke. And then I think when I got up to the front and I spoke in English, that was just like, they're like, all right, this guy ain't getting in. It sucks, but you know, I'm going to try again in a few days though. So I'm here now because I had the Her set a few days ago, which went really well. You guys got to check that out, but I reposted it. But I was trying not to party like at all before that, you know what I mean? Like, I think I got here like 4 days before it, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna not party. I'm not gonna do any of the Berlin stuff. I'm just gonna be super like sober and just like have my head together, right? And now it's over, so we going crazy this weekend. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get in again. Plus, I got a friend who might be able to get us on guest list. But yeah, don't do what I did trying to get into Berghain, kids. Let's see what else is in the chat here. Alright, Kuzi, I'm gonna check out your track in a second. Manin, how can I send you music? It's pinned. It's the pinned comment on here. Double mic, stream, and you. Oh yeah, let me hear this. Double mic, stream. No, it's not. It's fine. Alright. I'm unlucky enough to get inside 3 times when I was younger. Everyone should. Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff I think it's just like, I don't know, bro. I have ADHD. Like, of course I'm going to be in the line, like, looking at the guy and, like, it's just, like, it's tough for me to play those kind of games, you know, of just, like, nah, I'm, you know, Mr. Serious. But anyways, Middies, hey, I appreciate it, bro. That track is really cool, though. Like, you know, a lot of that kind of techno can get boring. I really like that chord progression. Just sent through a track. Alright, Slam Dunk. Gonna check that out soon. If you want to go in Berghain, go between. Yeah, also I heard like Sunday afternoon too. That kind of thing. Use the guide. There are no rules. They pick you based on how many ladies. Yeah. Yeah, but I do think like the fit and then staring at Sven the entire time was like. But in my defense, bro, like this is this famous guy that I always saw online. Like, of course I'm just going to stare a little bit. But yeah, the laboratory, bro, I am not trying to, bro. Listen, when I go to Berghain, I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm not going to the laboratory. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just trying to hear some techno, bro. Alright, so anyways, let's, that was Middies. Let's check out another track here. So we got one from Harris Brown. Love to hear what you think, man. Alright, here we go. Oh, we got some more. Hard house. Some of these drums are pretty solid. I'm waiting to hear some bass though. Like, I know it's just an intro, but I would kind of do a little bit more if I'm being honest. Or maybe have like the chords start coming in, you know. Also, your kick is kind of missing a bit of high end. Like, I almost feel like you could just boost the highs on the kick, or maybe some like multi-band distortion like I've shown on this channel. Oh, I think I just fixed the double audio, guys. Dude, this is tough, but this bass line is good. You could just have like, you could just tease this in the intro, like maybe it's the same groove or the same like rhythm on the bass, but it's just like one note, you know, something like that. Because this is cool once it comes in. I do still think your kick needs a bit more high end. If you want to try a different kick sample, you could. I would also just try like some kind of multi-band distortion. Yeah, my bad on the double mic, guys. First time in a while doing this. Dylan, what's up, fool? To be honest, I kind of feel like this middle feels more like an intro. Like this feels like what the intro should be. You could definitely have more chords or like a vocal or a lead or something like that. What's there is good though. I would love to hear like some piano chords or something here. Yeah, bro, this is a great start. I would add, okay, so to me, this stuff over here feels kind of like the intro more so. This is a little too similar to that drop, right? Like, you definitely need like a ride cymbal or something. You need some crazy stuff to come in that middle, like maybe like some piano chords or a pad or something, or like a vocal. But yeah, I mean, what's here is good. Like, you definitely have the basis of like making a solid groove down. You just gotta like add a little bit more. That little lead is cool too. Like, you could even take that sound and like just do a little bit more with that, maybe. I don't know, something like that. But it's pretty bare. I was trying to keep this. Yeah, for sure. But the thing is like, that's the magic, right? It isn't just making a simple track, because like everyone tells you like simple is better and it is definitely like it's definitely easy to make stuff way too complicated, but at the same time like too simple, and then you're kind of just, it's just a loop, you know. That's really the art of it that you kind of see here, you know. So yeah, solid one here. So you just got to do a little bit more. But all right, let's hear this one from Slam Dunk Sam, Speed Garage. Yeah, Speed Garage is definitely some of my favorite stuff right now out of the underground. Sometimes these Google Drive links just take a second to load, but I already know it's gonna work. I should make a video about that though. That's honestly a good concept. It's like simple but not too simple. Damn, I almost want to hear like a little bit more rave loops in this one, like that, like the last track had. Your percussion is a little too flat. Like, if you would just put maybe, I'm gonna keep listening, I don't mean to just do this right away, but this is definitely something I hear right now. Like, if you would just put like one of these kind of loops like right in there, You know, something like that. I think it could really bring this to life a little bit. Garage Exchange. Oh, dude, yeah, okay. Oh, I hear a note in there that's bad. I definitely heard a note there. It's cool. It's a good chord progression, but there's some note in that last chord. Let's hear it when it comes back. Dude, this is awesome. This reminds me of like FIFA for some reason. This is really cool. I'm gonna keep listening. I definitely think though that my feedback about the rave loop is still there. Like you definitely need the like kind of stuff. And also the kick. The kick is not it. You gotta get a new kick, like, you know, one of these kind of kicks. You know, not the rumble, but like that kind of thing. Like that one would be great. That just like go through the mix like so much. This kick is not it. The bass line is good, and I wouldn't even change the bass sound, but you need a new kick to match that for sure. Just one of those like really, really hard ones like I just showed you. And then the rave loop, like just one more rave loop that's like very powerful and like loud in there would make this so sick. It's crazy how much difference like one kick can make. But yeah, dude, this is definitely so cool. And you can even turn the vocal up a little bit too, if I'm being honest. Like I want to hear the words a little bit more of what she's saying. I mean, yeah, this is cool, man. Also, I can kind of hear the kick sounds a bit out of tune with the bass. I mean, this is like very nitpicky, but I think if you want this kind of a tune, if you want it to really, really go, you gotta get the kick and bass in tune. Like, it's just like that. Also, I feel like at this point, maybe we could have something new, like an ARP or like a lead or something. It'd be cool if it was a lead that had like the same rhythm as the chords maybe, but it was just like different notes, you know, that are in the same scale. Because it is kind of starting to get like the same thing a lot. Like, let's hear where we go here. I'll let it load. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You know, this is a great track. I do just think like something fresh kind of like halfway through would be cool. And maybe even a part where those chords disappear, you know, or they filter down a lot. And they're just kind of plucky, and then you have like a lead or an arpeggio, or maybe even some kind of vocal chop could be really cool. But yeah, guys, I pretty much said it all on that one. But yeah, Sam, cool track. You just got to do that a little bit. All right, let's hear this one from Zoopy. Watching the stream, feeling this track has potential. By no means totally original, the melody. Dude, it's fine. Like, recreating stuff is cool. Plus, every time you try to recreate stuff, you're never going to get it exactly the same. And then you're going to have, like, your own thing. Oh, this is techno. Alright, I wouldn't mind some more percussion on this, I'm gonna be honest. And that distorted clap is nice, but it's a bit too loud. Also, this, bro, I'm going in on this one, but this lead or like bass synth or whatever is high passed a little bit too high. And it's kind of too quiet too. For Cynthia, what's up? Sent you a track? Yeah, Fabi, I'm gonna peep that. Yeah, more percussion, definitely. Cause like, I know this kind of techno can be a bit open, but dude, I would just go for it. Also, this vocal could be louder too. Like louder on the vocal, and honestly even more delay and reverb too. Just make it like really, you know. Also, I'm not crazy about the build-up where it's just don't. That's kind of, I don't know. What I would do is I would just have more percussion kind of rolling there and just let it be more steady and like kind of building up. Like it would even sound like if you just had that hi-hat that was like right, the 16th note one, and maybe it's just going steady, but the volume is like going up like over time. I feel like that would hit harder than like don't. And yeah, that synth still just needs to be high passed a bit less. And this could use like some more stuff. I definitely think more percussion, but just like, it's just getting a bit flat. You could definitely play this in a mix, like if you're DJing with like 4 CDJs, and like it might work, but I feel like it's just, what's missing is a bit of percussion, and like that lead is just a bit too high passed. But other than that, I mean, dude, you definitely got the kick and bass down, that's for sure, but that's really all I got for that, man. Alright, let's check this one out. Kuzio Music. Oh, first of all, answer this question. How'd you learn everything production? Where did you start? Man, I started back in like the Skrillex days, dude. Like I was trying to make like dubstep. I gotta play you guys some of what I was doing back then. It's funny, but yeah, I was like trying to do all that, and also like I was in bands, so it was like how to produce like live drums and stuff like that. And I just kind of fell down the rabbit hole, and now I'm here, but. Bro, I've been in this for like 12 years now, so keep that in mind also. Something I meant to do. Alright, cool. But yeah, man, Zoopy, I got you, bro. We'll definitely be doing more of these too, so send it in again when it's more finished. Alright, we got some hard stuff here. Okay, your percussion's a bit thin. I don't think it's a matter of like processing or EQing. I think you just, honestly, you need some rave loops too in here. Like more stuff in the like mid-rangey kind of percussion, you know? Sent one. Alright, Ilka. I'll peep that soon, man. All the way from Turkey, hey. That's not too far from Germany, is it? I don't know, man. I'm from America. Okay, I feel like it's what could happen here, because I've had this experience, you know, like when you play your tracks live. You could use some percussion here, like a rave loop or something in this break, to just kind of like tell the listener like where the rhythm is, because this thing where it like fades in and then it's like a lot of rhythms happening, you can end up with things being a little bit hard to like really count, you know, and really like tell where you are in the beat. Yeah, like, and it could end there. Even if it's just like a on the 1, 2, 3, and 4, but yeah, like, cause when it fades in like that, and then like sometimes people stop dancing, cause like they're just kind of standing there, like, especially if they're non-musicians, it's like gonna be a lot harder to really know where to dance. Also, I would honestly just ditch the lead here, bro. Just do like only the hardstyle kicks and the vocal. Maybe the lead comes back for like these kicks. Also, I feel like this vocal's coming in a little bit too soon, or like too many times. Like if it's every 4 bars, try having it every 8 bars. And yeah, same thing I said in the beginning, just like turning your percussion up and a bit more mid-range percussion could be really cool too. Alright, for Cynthia, gonna check that out in a sec. Yeah, so overall this one I think, also if I'm being honest, I think you could use something new and cool here. Even if it's just like a one note atmosphere, like something, but just something that happens in the second half that's not in any of the rest of the track could be really nice on this one, Kuzia. But yeah, other than that, I mean, dude, you definitely got your kicks down. Okay, we got another question here. Is there a general rule? This is a good question. General rule of thumb for the volume ratios between elements in the track, or do you have to use your ear? You gotta use your ear, bro. That's all it is. Cause like, you know, it's almost like, I wish it was that simple, you know? Now, there's rules with your ear, like, okay, for example, like with the kick and hi-hat, like if you're gonna have a kind of beat, well, you want the hi-hat and the kick to kind of like, yeah, you can't have a tiny hi-hat and a huge kick, or you can't have a tiny kick and a huge hi-hat, right? But like, there's really no rules, and there's definitely people online that will try to tell you some sort of like overall rule or whatever, but you really can't do that. I think you just have to use your ear and just kind of understand like what sounds good. This is why studying tracks is so important, because like you just really develop that ear to where it's like you're really not even gonna be worried about ratios. But yeah, man. Brian Odson, what's up, dude? Hey, it's good to hear from you, bro. Shout out to DC. Shout out to Deep Tech. Hope you're enjoying time, Berlin. Bro, it's great out here. You gotta pull up here too, dude. You gotta bring Deep Tech out here. And definitely send some tracks too, bro. I'm trying to hear some of your stuff. Don't like too much percussion in the brain. Yeah, I feel you. And even just like that, just so you kind of know, or like a clap, you know, just something so like, because I've seen it, like you'll be playing this track and everybody's dancing, and then all of a sudden there's just a bunch of low frequencies and they can't tell necessarily how to keep dancing and they get lost. So, all right, let's check out this one from Fabio. Okay, this one's cool. I feel like your kick and bass aren't at the right levels though. Like the kick's a little bit too high and the bass is a little bit too low. I don't even think you necessarily need new samples. I think you just gotta get that level right. Like, and honestly, I would turn the kick down less and turn the bass up more. But like what I mean by that is like, maybe if it was like take the kick down -1 dB, then take the bass up like +2 or +3, you know? DB the Chosen. Hey, what's up, dude? I see you in the comments a lot. I'm definitely gonna check your track out. Alright, I'm gonna be real. This vocal right here is kind of out of key. Like, dude, listen to that. What I would do is if you're using Ableton 12, play around with the auto shift. Like, just get what I'm sure you know what key your chords are in. Put the auto shift on your vocal, put it in that key, and then pitch the vocal like with the tuning up and down until you find it. Because this is definitely out of key. It is a good vocal though, and it's a good chord progression. Also, I'm sorry, this break is too long. Like, the break could literally start, like, here and be that long, if I'm real. Also, this lead is a little bit out of key, too. Like, it's close, but it just doesn't, like, really resonate with that chord progression as well as it could. Also, the bass should follow the chord progression as well. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything on that one. But I would just try to stick to that because, like, you definitely got a good track idea here, but you got a few things you got to fix to make it hit right. Oh, DB, yours isn't in spam. It's right here, dude. We're all good. Anyways, let's check out this next one from Cynthia. Oh, dude, yeah. This is a crazy intro. Yeah, sorry Dylan, my laptop got stuck in a tree, bro, but I still had to do the stream. So I was like, alright, we're just gonna rock with it. Okay, there is some like out of tuneness here though. Oh, it's that bell sound. It's like the weird bell is. Yeah, like that down. That note is not in key. A lot of producers seem to like the chromatic scale. Well, usually the chromatic scale doesn't work. You gotta pick a key. Alright, your kick and bass are a little bit too quiet. I think what's happening is you have like all this craziness. Like you can literally see in the waveform, like it doesn't even get that much louder when the kick and bass come in. Definitely all these synths, you gotta get rid of some low end and like turn them down a little bit. I mean, this can work too, but like as far as like if we're just talking like techno and trance, like a more classic style of it, but also like it is 2025 and Gen Z does things a bit different, so like this is just kind of like with a grain of salt. Yeah, see, there's some out of key stuff with that bell. Also, you need a hi-hat, like you need a you just have these like 16 note hats. I would just turn all these synths down a bit and get rid of some of the low end. Center, what's up? Found that bell from then. I was about to say, yeah, it sounds like some like 90s Nintendo for sure. Casey, alright, looking forward to checking it out, man. So yeah, this one has some cool stuff to it, but you just gotta like fix the bell, fix the like levels and stuff, and definitely get rid of some of the low end and that stuff, and it'll work better. Alright, 909 files. Let's see. Oh, dude, I can't download anything. You gotta just send in like a SoundCloud link. Alright, let's check out this one from Pub. Okay, this is definitely a pretty professionally made track. I think your kick and bass could be louder though. Oh, and your main, like the main hi-hat on the upbeats, you gotta bring that up a bit too. Also, if I'm being honest, this da-na-na, da-na-na, it's a little boring, man. I feel like you could use like a way more exciting sound or like some crazy effects, like Ableton grain delay or something. Like, this is techno for sure. And you're definitely doing that thing, but I feel like you could just have a bit more exciting, like, texture going on with that. Also, if I'm being real, I feel like there's not a lot of variation through the track. Like, I should be skipping through here. And it shouldn't just be like the same kind of thing, you know? It is definitely like you got a lot of stuff down though, but you just got to finesse it a little bit more, Pablo. Alright, Funk Assault Inspired by Casper. Let's check this one out. I think I used the granulator. Ah, yeah. No, you gotta like do some crazy stuff to make that crazy. Yo, Mark, what's up, dude? I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you been? Shout out to Maryland. Satur. Alright, I'm gonna check out your track soon. Can't hit through the... Yeah, that's what I was saying, DB, about that other one. I know what you're talking about. Anytime, Paul. Now you gotta send it on the Gmail site. It's the one that's on the pinned comment. Bro, every single time they're like cookies. Alright, I like this kind of funky stuff, but... Let's see where this goes. You could probably bring your kick up a bit, or even like a harder kick sample. I do like all the freaky sounds though. Freaky techno. I go to ADE? Nah, man. I'm not a DJ. I'm just a singer in a rock band and I make YouTube videos about production. Shout out Ghost Angel. Resent the mail. Alright, Minion, I'll peep that. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, you have some cool, like, potential for this tune. It gets a little boring though. You definitely need to have, like, more happen. Like, that sample sounds cool, but then it doesn't really go anywhere. And also your hi-hats. Like the main hi-hat could definitely be like punchier. Like that's something that Funk Assault does very well is like they really like grooves. Wow, it's got all that. Yeah, so you have some cool stuff here, bro, but you just need to kind of make it go more places. Like maybe some reverb automation on the sample or just some more craziness. You know what I'm saying? Alright, Albo Apocalypse. Let's check this out. This sounds like an apocalypse, for sure. Acid Descent. Look up Ghost Angel. Okay, this lead is good. You should just turn it up louder. Like the dun 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 dun. Just turn that up like way louder. If I'm being nitpicky too, your main hi-hat, like, could have a little bit more mid-range, like just layering in like a shaker or some white noise or something.
Nothing to hide.
Also, this bass could fade in more.
Time is broken. Space is wide.
I think you could. Yeah, bro, you just gotta do a little more with what's going on there, Casper.
Nothing to hide.
Seaboard, send it. I gotta go pretty soon. Low key, but I might be able to get to it. Also, Sam, I hate to say it, but I only have time for one track per person today, man. But I'm gonna be doing these a lot more. And yeah, so this bass is good, and I like the progression, and it's definitely written well. I know it's gonna work with that lead, but the bass, like, you could just have that fade in a lot more.
No past, no
Also, the vocal could come up.
place. Just dust. And the rhythm of collapse.
Albo, what's up, man? Nightcore X, baby. Are you doing these on the regular? Yeah, man, I'm gonna be doing a lot more of these. Yeah, this is a good, like, heavy tune, man. You just gotta get that hi-hat. It's gotta have more punch, the main one. The lead, like I said, like, you are doing it right, having your kick that loud, but the lead just gotta be a bit louder. And, yeah, just make that bass fade in a bit more. Turn up the vocal and the break. You got a pretty good tune here, dude. Alright, let's check this one out from Daniel. Making some tunes live. Yeah. I'm gonna be doing that for sure. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna be getting back to streaming a lot lately. Or pretty soon. Alright, this vocal could use some like reverb and some delay and just a bit more sauce. Also that dun 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 dun, I'm not crazy about that lead. Maybe it's the sound design, like try a different sound, maybe something that sounds less like a tom or something. Also your bass could come up quite a bit. It's a bit weak, like the kick is good for this melodic techno style, but I feel like the bass is just a bit too quiet. And you could use a little more percussion too. Like you definitely have a solid foundation here, bro, but it's just that bass gotta come up. A little more percussion. The lead sound design on that main one that's like right around here, and then giving the vocal a little more sauce too, just in terms of like reverb and delay. Oh, we got one from Instead of 7. Okay. I see you with this little email header. Nice, dude. Nice. Check this out. Shrons. Alright, dude, your main hi-hat, I keep saying this to everybody, but it really is like a thing. You need a bit more punch on that, on the main hi-hat. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I know Shrons, it's like, it can be looser sometimes, but, bro, like, one of these kind of hi-hats? Not that, wait. Like, just that layered under your main, like, hi-hat, just so it's like, you know?
Is that alright? Me and the boys, we gon' keep on rocking.
Also, this main bass, the one that's, like, kind of droning, like, wow. Could be a little more like more of a Reese or more saucy, you know? Maybe it's even like low passing in. I know Reese's are so overused though, but something for that bass could make it nice. Also your percussion stuff, like the kick is definitely loud enough, it's a good kick. But the mid-range and the high-end in the percussion's got to come up. And not just like with an EQ, but just literally just the volume on that stuff.
Keep on rocking.
So yeah, bro, it's literally just your percussion's got to come up. Main hi-hat's got to have a little bit more counterbalance to the kick, which... simplified, it should just be more of a punchy main hi-hat, and I mean just that bass, but you definitely got it. This is definitely a solid hard tune. Good to hear from you, bro. Alright, let's see how many more we got. I can't lie, guys, I gotta go in like 5 minutes, but I'm just gonna keep it running here and I'm gonna get through all of these, and we'll be doing more streams in the next few days for sure, so don't worry. Okay, impulsive behavior, I can't lie, I feel like your kick or your bass is a little too subby. And it's kind of just like boom, boom, like it sounds like an 808 or something. You gotta have a little bit more movement in there, like how that last tune was kind of like boom, you know, there's like the movement in the low end. And you get that through volume shaping, like shaper box, you get that through having like toms moving around. There's a lot of different things you can do. Also, your percussion, your kick is good, but your percussion, like all the like mid-range and hi-hats and stuff, is a bit too thin. Also, this respace gotta come up. Like, you could just turn the level up. Like, you can see it here in the break. Like, see how much quieter that is? This should be like there. Yeah, if you turn that bass up, this would be great. And if you kind of got a little bit more movement in the sub, yeah, it's not a bad tune. You just got to do a few things to kind of clean it up. All right, let's hear this one from Ocelot HD. Say what's on your mind. Kick is hitting like a monster truck. Kick is hitting like a monster first thing in the morning with no breakfast. Where can I send? Yeah, Nightcore, baby. Send it to the email. Okay, this one is cool. It's a bit crunchy, but this kind of trance can be too. Like, I mean, you know, if you listen to a lot of that like sex trance kind of stuff, it definitely does that. So I wouldn't be afraid, but you know, it's a different time, bro. Like, this is not, it's not 2000s trance. This is a very different thing. So if you want to be a little crunchy, go for it. I would do maybe a little less crunchy. But like, also at the same time, I mean, dude, there's a lot of music out there that sounds like that does well. What this one has going for it is, like, musically, it is very clean and powerful. So like, bro, maybe just make stuff a little bit less crunchy. But at the same time, again, like, I could be wrong, because there's a lot of that stuff, like the sex trance scene, that's just like so blown out, and it sounds cool. Like, the thing you have going for this, though, is like, even though it's crunchy on the master, the mix is good. Like, when I'm telling you guys, like, get your bass, your kick, your drums equal, this, even though it is distorted, this is doing that. Like, you can hear that mid-range percussion. The hi-hat balances out with the kick nicely. But see, then when you got that huge lead with a bunch of high-end going, it kind of like gets lost with the percussion. So yeah, I'll just work on that. But anyway, thanks for sending that one in. This one's from Nam Kim. Let's check this out. Bladey! We love Blade. I see Blade and I get excited. Oh, brother, this is cool. Your kick is like a little bit too loud, if I'm being honest, though. Like, if it was a slightly quieter kick, it's like you have everything here, and then the kick is just here, you know what I mean? And the vocals could come up too, bro. Bro, who else is a Blade fan in here? I think that Blade is like the future of music, dude. In all genres. This is cool, man. The drums are a bit thin. If I'm being real, not the kick. Like, you have a good kick sample, even though the volume needs to come down a little bit. But the hi-hat is definitely a bit thin. The clap's a bit thin. This could use some rave loops as well. It's like two hollows. Yeah, that last, I was gonna say that last one could definitely be a two hollows type song. Yeah, we love everything around here, not just techno, that's for sure. I'm definitely trying to build more of that. The techno is cool, man, but like, bro. Lady! Honestly, Dreamloader. I gotta check out Dreamloader, man. This is cool how it's so atmospheric and then it gets so dry. Like, if you want to talk about dynamics, it's not just like volume, right? Or like compression. It's also like, you know, it gets from very atmospheric to very dry, and that hits, especially on the dance floor. I do still stand by though, your kick is a little bit too loud and then your other drums are a little bit thin. Also, that lead, the da-dun, could come up a little bit, but dude, I do really like that tune. Alright, let's hear this one from Junie. I'm pretty sure I haven't played one from you, so. Oh, bro, I already know this is about to be crazy. Nam Kim, yeah, no problem, man. Oh, dude, you're on demon time. This is that demon trance, bro. I gotta be honest, I'm not crazy about the super like 180 BPM trance, but and your drums are a bit too thin too. Like maybe like 160 BPM, this could be really cool. But that's just me too, like. Also the kick, like going back to what I was talking about kicks before, like it can't just be a thump, like you need like, you know, these kind of things where you can't hear the high and the mid as much as you hear the low end. See how that kick's just like a way thinner? And your drums are kind of getting lost too, like the percussion and the hi-hats. Bro, that is definitely a crazy tune. Alright, let's hear this one from DB. I'm gonna pull up the YouTube link, cause yeah, usually that mode's faster. Oh bro, this is gonna be, okay, here we go. Yeah guys, don't be afraid to send in crazier stuff, man. I'm not just trying to hear techno. We listen to all genres on here. Oh bro, you got that crunchy master, dude. Jeez. Clap's a little bit loud if I'm being real. Bro, where are the drums? I'm trying to hear like a kick. Okay, I feel where you're going with the ragey, like kind of hyper poppy type of stuff with this. I feel like, dude, if this went into like a crazy trap pattern or even like some break beats or something, it could be really cool. It's a bit like too much of the same thing. I know that Starboy type of stuff, like he's on that sometimes, but like, bro, if this was just like hitting with some trap drums, it'd be crazy. And And it might be like a little bit too crunchy. I think like on the master, if you're distorting it and the bass is like louder than everything, then you kind of run into an issue. So this is crazy though, dude. Definitely keep doing that. But I would try adding like some drums, man, because that could be really cool. Alright, let's check out this one from Shasio. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Scythe. Okay, I know you're in the chat. Oh, we got some freaky noises here. Freak out noises. Oh, this is like 90s techno, dude. This is like I'm in an arcade. You definitely got a solid groove here. My only thing with this kind of techno, it's cool. First of all, like mix-wise, I think your bass line could come up a bit more. But it can be a bit like just kind of random. Like I feel like it's just like where is it going, you know? Also, that lead, I'm not crazy about that lead. But like, you know, it's not really like. Definitely, it's a bit. A lot of people talk about like a track going on a journey, but like, and that's definitely over talked about too. But like, I feel like this could kind of build to something more. It just kind of is like a collection of different things, you know. I mean, like, yeah, I would just kind of try to build to like more of something and have it be a bit more concise, like, and also mix wise, yeah, your bass could just come up, but. Alright, let's check out this one more from Mert, and then Loki gotta go, guys. AKA Saku, let's see it. DB, yeah man, anytime. I'm gonna be doing more of these, so definitely send in more tunes. Oh, this is cool. Bro, imagine Blade vocals over this. Okay, this is cool, although it kind of needs a full arrangement, and your drums are kind of where it falls flat. Like, if you had like a bass or like a break beat, you know, or like some more percussion. Because you have these really cool synths, but then if the drums are just boom, 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 it kind of is like a bit too, you know? It doesn't live up to what it should be. This is very cool. Someone needs to sample that ending there and make like a rage beat. Like, bro, if you jumped into like a boom, boom, it'd be crazy. But yeah, anyways, guys, that was a cool track. Like I said, I think if you would just drop in maybe some break beats and kind of like just make the drums a bit more detailed, it could really be cool. Maybe some like modular type stuff, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, guys, I gotta hit it right now. I gotta go to another thing in a second, but it was really great getting the link with you guys on here. Yeah, Mark and Brian, yeah, I know, guys, we gotta do more of these. I definitely want to do more, like, just get back to this kind of stuff. You know, back in the day, I was streaming and I was doing it a lot, and I kind of burnt it out, to be honest. But now I'm back, guys. I'm back. I'm trying to keep the community alive, and we can all hopefully learn from this stuff. So I'll definitely be back on in the next few days. More feedback. So if you guys sent one in and I didn't have time for it today, I'll definitely check it out then. Much love, everybody. Have a great